gems, welcome back to my channel. It's Niecy G. I want to talk to you guys about nervous system regulation and why it is imperative to mastering controlling yourself and your reality. Oftentimes you hear all this stuff regurgitated on social media and especially like within the quantum field manifestation community where people will mm, how do I put this? They just kind of regurgitate what they've heard other people say. Here's the thing. We tend to just want like a quick, fast, easy way of co-creating our life. And the only reason why it is taking you such a long time, as some people like to say, you guys get on my lives and you send me emails and you're like, this is taking too long. The reason why it's taking so long to you is because it's taking you a long time to lock into the new identity. Okay. The new identity is just a version of you that already has the thing. Even right now in real time, I am doing that. Okay. There is a current circumstance that I'm a little annoyed at, and I'm just like, ugh, that's annoying. But I'm going to embody the version of me that already has it done. It's already taken care of. So that version of me that's already not worried about that is continuing to make my content and live my life like I normally would do anyways. Okay. I'm staying so dedicated to the version of me that I say that I am that yes, I'm aware of this unforeseen circumstance or whatever you want to call it, this annoyance, but I'm not allowing it to hijack my day, to hijack my mood. I'm not going to do that because I know once I do that, I'm giving in to that reality. I am acknowledging it and I am saying, this is correct. I want more of that. Okay. Where you guys kind of hiccup at, because I don't like making people feel like they're doing something wrong, but where you guys kind of hiccup at is there are these teeny tiny little attributes or habits that you will do that you don't recognize are like detrimental to you even keeping the manifestation. I've been really honing in with my private mentorship people that if you can truly stay dedicated to the version of you by any means necessary that already has the thing, the manifestation, you guys, is a side effect. It's a byproduct of your behavior. Okay. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of my favorite teachers. He talks a lot about identity work, nervous system regulation, neuroscience. If you're unfamiliar with Dr. Joe, or if you are familiar and just maybe haven't fully circled and studied his work, I highly advise for you to do so. The thing that I love the most about Dr. Joe is, or as we called him in our VIP group, Daddy Joe, is that he explains it to you. And I think a lot of people don't want the explanation. They just want to know, how do I do this? How do I execute this? And there's nothing wrong with either. But for me, things clicked better when I understood like what was happening behind the scenes. What is happening within my brain? Why is this so difficult for me to grasp? Okay. Dr. Joe has a meditation on YouTube and it is called the placebo effect. I believe it's his meditation. Let me look it up really quick for you guys because I really want this to resonate and hit with people. It's called You Are the Placebo Meditation on YouTube. Okay. So when you are meditating, whatever, there are different waves that your brain goes through. Okay. And in the beginning of this meditation, if you choose to do it or try it out, I think it takes him to like the 8-minute mark, somewhere after the 8-minute mark for the meditation to start. But he's explaining to you what you are going to do, why it's so important, what your brain is going to go through. Listen, I like to take a more down to earth, grounded, sit and talk to my friends approach when it comes to meditation, manifestation, all of the things. And the reason why is because If you can understand and have a knowledge and be educated on neuroplasticity, which just means to rewire your brain, if you can have education on psychology, which is human behavior, if you can have education on cognitive behaviors, which is your habits, then you can begin to understand the breakdown of all of it. This isn't some woo woo ass spiritual bullshit. It's literally mathematically designed based off of your own human behaviors. Okay? People misinterpret things all the time. And that's another topic for a different day. But when you can understand, okay, normally a bill would trigger me. I go to my mailbox, I get the bill, I have $60 to my name. I don't know how this bill is going to get paid. Normally, I would freak the fuck out, call my homegirl, complain to her. I would spiral, lay in bed and cry. Whatever it is that you would normally do, don't do that shit anymore. Just do something different. Honest to God, choose to do something different in that moment. Catch yourself before the moment hijacks you. Okay? In the moment, you have to have discipline. We do not talk enough about discipline in this side of content, whatever you want to call it, manifestation community. I hate these fucking words, but whatever. For the sake of understanding, I'm using them. But if you can truly understand this is what I would normally do and get to know yourself fully, the good, the bad, the ugly. I have had people quit mentorship because they weren't ready to rip the Band-Aid off and look at the ugly wound underneath. I am the mentor for people that want to take the covers back and show the ugly so that they can heal it and move on. You don't need to allow the things that happened to you as a child or the things that programmed you to overtake you and succumb you. And you don't need to do that. You just need to look at it for what it is, recognize it. That's what's been blocking me, is that I have the stupid belief that I inherited from a parent, a grand, whatever. And then it no longer controls you. Okay. So in the moment, you would rather call a friend, complain, whatever it is. Now I don't want to do that anymore. Now I want change, because you guys always know what I say. To keep doing the same thing over and over again is the very definition of insanity. So you want a different outcome, you have to choose a different behavior, because remember, you get who you are and not what you want. You get your behavior. Your behavior is made up of your habitual habits every single day. How you're brushing your teeth, how you're choosing to think about things, how you're driving, how you're choosing to react or not react to things. That's what's making up your day-to-day life, is your perspective. Your perspective is going to be shaped by your beliefs. Your beliefs are given to you by different circumstances and situations that you've gone through throughout your life. Your nervous system is a memory bank. It keeps up with all of that. It keeps up with every time your mom yelled at you. It keeps up with every time you felt disappointed and let down and you didn't do anything about it. It stores all of that. So nervous system regulation is imperative to being that version of you. Once you become that version of you and you embody it fully, then what you desire will come naturally, because you decided to be dedicated to that new version of you, no matter what. No matter what. You're like, and that's what I mean when I say repetition. That's what I mean when I say take accountability and responsibility for where you're at. It is difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. It's difficult at first. But once you can master calling yourself out, then it becomes easier. It becomes a lot easier, because then you say, okay, I'm choosing to identify as this version of me. Would this version of me get upset about a bill? If I had all the money in the world to my name and all of my bills were paid on time, would I be upset or fretting about this bill? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. With financial freedom comes financial responsibility. I told you guys about a young lady that I had in my mentorship a couple videos back, and I had to release her. I did her a solid, and she couldn't hold up her end of the bargain. And I think to this day that what she fails to recognize is that if she just would have taken accountability and responsibility, no matter how small she may have thought it was, I would have accepted that. But we sabotage ourselves. We self-sabotage often based off of our own fears. Well, I have a fear of letting Niecy down. Well, I don't have the full balance. Well, I can't, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But with financial freedom and abundance comes financial responsibility. That looks like looking at my bank account, even though I'm scared of what it says. That looks like, okay, let me pay my bills on time. Let me set up a payment arrangement if I need to. Let me pay the bill in full if I have the money to pay the bill in full. Let me properly and effectively communicate that I don't have it, but I can pay this. Even if you think it's some small amount, it doesn't matter. You're saying, okay, I am now financially responsible, or excuse me, financially abundant. There comes a great deal of responsibility with being financially abundant and financially free. Okay. So I want you guys to practice meditation, stress enough how much meditation has truly saved my life, honestly. And just being still. The Bible teaches us to be still and know that I am God. That means be still so you can hear the voice of reason within you. God is within you. Your prefrontal cortex in your brain cannot think effectively and efficiently if it's stressed to no end and you're constantly habitually moving and I need to, oh my God. This is why your cortisol levels are high. That's attached to your nervous system, a part of your brain, your vagus nerve. Okay. So if you're constantly stressed out, constantly in fight or flight, constantly like looking for a solution, the solution is literally right in front of your face, but you can't see it because you're so stressed out and overexerting yourself. But if you can just get still multiple times a day, even if it's just something as simple as sitting in silence for 5 minutes, sitting in stillness for 10 minutes, meditating for 10 minutes, and then the next day do 15 minutes, and then the next day do 20 minutes, and then the next day do 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. You will build so much clarity. It's insane. Literally, this should be the only video you'll ever need is just sitting in stillness in that meditation. I'll talk to you guys in another video about how to not allow those 3D circumstances to get to you. If you're needing further help or clarification on things, I brought back my one-on-one 60-minute call that's available on my site at platinumgang.store. You guys are still loving the platinum manifestation plans. I love the manifestation plans because it gives you the opportunity to do it on your own. A lot of people actually love doing the plans and then they sign up for mentorship and I just walk them through the plan that way. So that's always an option. If you have any questions, you guys can reach me via email. You can reach out to support@platinumganglifestyle.com and don't be hesitant to ask me any questions that you might have. And you guys, I love, 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 love the merch line that I dropped. It's the streetwear manifestation brand. You can find that at platinumganglifestyle.com as well, or you can head over to platinumgang.store and just scroll down to the bottom. But it's been my intention that this episode has helped you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.